Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're doing a really exciting video because midnight today there has been a really exciting launch out in the beauty industry. So basically Rihanna finally launched her new beauty line called Fenty Beauty, and I'm so excited because the range is really amazing and I feel like anybody could kind of get a little something from it and really enjoy it, whether you like something really subtle, if you like something full on glam, or any type of skin tone as well. So from really fair to really deep, I think there's something for everyone. The main thing I'm going to be testing today is the primer and the foundation. I actually went this morning with Danny to Harvey Nichols. We were there at 7 in the morning, so that was kind of like the pre-public kind of launch of the collection. We saw the counter first, we got to play around with the products first. We had a lovely breakfast. So to anyone from Harvey Nichols who might be watching, huge thank you for the invite. It was really lovely. And we managed to walk away with some goodies as well. Just a little disclaimer, the highlighter stick and the highlighter little duo I did get for free as a PR sample, but the foundation and the primer I purchased myself. But also a huge shout out to the girls on the counter who were absolutely gorgeous and really kind. And yeah, I got matched, and yeah, they just took it through the range and everything. It was just such a nice experience. So yeah, a little bit about the foundation. So it's meant to be like a medium to full coverage, really lightweight feeling on the skin, but very long lasting. So obviously it's a very kind of a high claim. I just realized I need to shake it. But yeah, it's a water-based foundation, so again, very kind of lightweight and natural. But yeah, the packaging is beautiful. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's just, let me try focusing it. There we go. So basically it's just really beautiful kind of muted glass packaging, and obviously it comes also with a pump. My shade is 210. I was kind of in between 3 shades. Yeah, but luckily I had help there, so they helped me out. It says Fenty Beauty on the packaging in the front, and in the back it says shake well, so that's what we're gonna do. I have to say the range of the colors is absolutely fantastic. It ranges from kind of cool tone and warm tone, so if you're more on the pinky side you'd probably be a little bit more of a cool tone undertone, whereas if you're more of an olive tone you'd probably be like a warm undertone, and there's always something in between, which for me is always really amazing because I am a Mediterranean nationality, but I'm still quite fair, so I'm always somewhere in between. But yeah, 40 shades ranging from very fair to dark, so it's really, I was really impressed by that. So that's great. Love the packaging. The price of the foundation in the UK is £28, I believe. I'll just get the press release. £26. And then the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, which we're also going to be trying today, is £24, which I find for like a premium quality brand that the quality seems really lovely. I actually don't think it's bad at all. And then I'm going to touch on the highlighter a little bit later as well. So the packaging of the primer is exactly the same as the foundation as well. As you can see, it's just a little bit like a nice pinky color tube. Oh, I keep getting out of focus. Sorry, I'm trying a new setup here with my laptop in front of me to focus. It's a little bit hard, but there we go. So yeah, foundation, primer, you can see just the difference is basically the color of the glass and the lid. So how we're gonna do this test is basically, I'm first gonna prime one side of my face. I'm gonna leave the other one unprimed because I just wanna also see if this is kind of a foundation that works best with a primer or not. But I tried a primer on the back of my hand in the store. It was so smooth. And the thing about it is that it's not one of those silicone ones. It just feels really smooth on the skin. So I was really excited about that. So I'm just gonna grab a little mirror. And we're gonna prime the left side of our face. It almost feels like a moisturizer. It's really lovely, but I really feel like it's really smoothing any texture on the skin and filling in the pores, which I really like. Those are kind of like my main things I want to do. I just want something that's more like smoothing onto the texture of the skin, because that's one thing I really don't like about my skin. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna move on to the foundation. So we gave it a good shake, so that's all right. But I'm gonna also do like half side of my face with a beauty blender, half of my face with a brush. Now, Rihanna did come out also with her own like makeup range of brushes and a sponge. There is a sponge that looks exactly like a beauty blender. The only difference is that the tip of it is cut off, so it's a little bit like more flat. For me, I have so many makeup brushes that it's a little bit unnecessary to get more. But I mean, I have another like follow-up appointment with them on counter in a week or so, so I might get it, I don't know. I really am gonna try not to because I don't think I need it, but it does look really, really beautiful. It's the same kind of style of packaging and everything. So yeah, I have shade 210. I have about 2.5 pumps here maybe. I'm first gonna go in with a beauty blender and I'm gonna apply it onto the, let's do the unprimed side now. Just stipple it onto the skin. One thing that the lady at the counter told me is that just bear in mind that when you're applying it, obviously every foundation sets on the skin a little bit. So it does tend to oxidize ever so slightly darker. So if you're in between shades, I'd say always go for like a lighter shade, just in case. But I'm sure the staff was so lovely that if you go to a counter, somebody will be there to help you, no problem at all. It looks really nice on camera, I feel like, as well. Basically, what they told us as well is that the whole idea of this foundation is that it doesn't give any flashback whatsoever. So for any kind of wedding photography or any big events as well, I feel like this would be a really good formulation. And this is very full coverage. Really, I don't think it's a medium coverage at all. I think it's very full, at least for my skin type. I feel like it's very similar, I'd say, to the All Hours foundation for myself. So if you like this one, I feel this is just a little bit more of a matte version of it. I'm really impressed how smooth it looks on camera. Definitely sets really, really matte. I think the sponge picks up the right amount of product and distributes it really nicely. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin. Literally, I can't feel it at all. Neither the foundation or the primer, really. So that's always a good thing. But still, you get your coverage. For the other side, I'm actually going to use a brush. I actually have a lot of product left on my skin as well. So for that, I'm going to use the Sigma F83 brush. This is like a kind of a curved kabuki brush. I absolutely been loving this one. I'm just gonna add like a half more pump of foundation and just start buffing it onto the skin. Ooh. You know what, to be fair, I feel just on the first application now, wow, this prime side is very, very smooth. It's very fast to apply with the brush. Again, we're getting full coverage here. So that's absolutely great. Nice matte finish, but it doesn't look cakey or flat. But I definitely prefer it on the prime side. Yeah, no doubt. There was something about that primer, literally when I tried it on my skin, it's still very matte and it feels very light on the skin. So I'm enjoying that. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna just pop over, do the rest of like my face, just like a little bit of bronzer and things. And I'm actually gonna go back and show you also the highlighters, because since we're testing the foundation, might as well show you these guys that are part of the collection as well. So I'm just going to do a little bit of my bronzer and concealer and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back. I just applied a little bit of my bronzer and now we're going to go into the highlighters. So there's two different kinds of highlighters that there is. They're very universal. You can use them both on the face and the eyes. I'm afraid the powder one I won't actually use on my face just because you'll see the color is a little bit unique. But the stick we can definitely try. So this is the Fenty Beauty Match Stick. And basically there's 6 different shades, I believe. And they retail for 21 pounds. Oh, so this is the, okay, there's 2 different match sticks. One is basically like a concealer, yeah, now I remember. And one is like a concealer that you can either use as a concealer or they have a really blendable formula so they can like, they can be used for like highlighting underneath the eyes if you want. Or it can be for contouring. Like there's so many shades and you can just decide how you want to give it like a purpose. And then there's another version of the matte stick, which is basically what I have right here, and that is basically like a shimmering skin stick. So it's something like if I compare it to this guy from Clinique that we mentioned in our recent haul, which is just basically like a stick highlighter form. So that's basically what it is. The shade I have right here is Starstruck, of course. And it's just a really kind of pretty pinky color. And I love the packaging. Again, we have the kind of muted goldy pink color. It's not gold. Why did I say gold? It's just a pink color. But the shimmer inside of it, of this particular shade, is a very kind of metallic-y, pale color. And they're very opaque. These guys can be used on the eyes. They can be used on the face, on the inner corners, on anything you want. And you can see how beautifully this reflects, really. So, okay, let's try it on the eyes, on the face now, and then I'll show you the powder one I have. So I'm not sure exactly, I'm just popping it onto the cheekbones. That's how I would normally use any stick. Definitely doesn't feel too creamy, which I think I really like. Because for instance, I set my under eye with a translucent powder, so obviously if I put a cream on top, normally it would really cling to the powder. But this formula, oh, it's so pretty. Can we get that? Can we see that? Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, it's a fantastic formula. It can go on top of a powder as well. It won't disrupt anything underneath. It doesn't drag or cling to the skin. And it's not like glitter, it's just pure shine. It's really beautiful. I feel the formula of this stick is very different from anything that's really on the market. So yeah, and these are 21 pounds as well. And I feel like the shade is really beautiful as well for my kind of skin tone. But there's a lot of shades you can mix and match from. Again, packaging is absolutely stunning. I got mine dirty already when I put my fingers on it earlier. But yeah, if you just have a look at the packaging, it's just a really nice kind of white packaging. It says Fenty by Rihanna. It's just like a really luxury kind of white. Ugh. Okay, so the packaging again is absolutely beautiful on this one. It's just that kind of like a muted white, so it's a bit of an off-white and just has Fenty Beauty, very simple, you're probably not going to be even able to see it. So the two shades I have here is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. So if I can just open it, because I've been struggling with this a little bit earlier. There we go. Long nails problems. I mean, just look at the colors. Need I say more? It's absolutely beautiful. It looks very much similar to kind of what I'm having on my eyes right now, just kind of like a coppery, smoky eyes. But if I just give you a little swatch, literally not even dipping very hard into it. So the one I swatch right now is the Moscow Mule. Let me try focusing on it again. Do we just see how bright this is? It just has the perfect kind of wet finish highlight. I feel like if you have a deeper skin tone and you're a little bit more daring to pop this over your blush, I think it's so beautiful. I think I might even try it like as a highlighter, because look at this, it's blinding. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then let's try the other shade. So basically I feel like all of the duos I tried, one shade is always a little bit more frosted, like intense metallic, and the other one is slightly muted. So for instance, this is now the second shade. As you can see, it's still very beautiful and blinding. It's just ever so slightly a little bit more subtle. But they're so beautiful. They're the same kind of color family, just a little bit of a different finish. Okay, so that's about it. The foundation is looking really great. I feel like even after, I applied my face product, once it kind of sank into the skin a little bit, it looks even more beautiful. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go about my day. In a couple of hours, I'll update you again to see how the foundation is doing. I'm actually going for a haircut in a little bit, and I just have a few errands to do. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, it's time for a little bit of an update. I just came from a hair salon and got myself a little trim. So if you feel like the foundation is a little bit weirder on the hairline, it's because obviously I had my hair washed and everything. But yeah, if you're wondering also, it's quite a bit shorter now. So, but yeah, the foundation is holding up really nicely. I think it feels really natural on the skin. And it looks nice when you look in the mirror, even like in a brighter sun outside, it still looks quite like nice and soft on the skin and not too fake. I don't think I'm too oily or anything. It's still, the highlight is nice there and popping, but everywhere else I feel like I'm still pretty much the same as when I left, which is great. I mean, I didn't really set the foundation too much. I wanted to see how it is, but I do feel, especially in the sun, that the prime side is a lot smoother. But overall, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm definitely looking forward to wearing this foundation like even later. So yeah, and we're gonna go outside, have a Subway because we're starving. We haven't eaten since breakfast, so yeah, a little bit of munch. And then I don't really have anything else planned for today apart from like edit this video and upload it. So I guess I'll talk to you guys in a little bit for our final update. Hey guys, so I think I'm gonna finish the video right here today. The foundation, I don't feel like it has changed in the past 2 hours at all. The only thing I would say is, like, obviously after now 8+ hours that it's been on my skin, it started like building up a little bit like around the chin and and a little bit in the fine lines. But I feel like for a foundation that obviously hasn't been touched up, it's not a massive thing. It's just like a little bit here in the fine lines and like between my eyebrows and things, but I feel like everywhere else it just looks still really smooth, and it's so comfortable to the touch, and I'm not oily anywhere at all. I still think it just looks really nice and fresh, and it handled the products on top so nicely and made them last really well as well. But yeah, I definitely recommend it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know I promised you also another foundation review, and I have a few more videos in line, but I really wanted to get this one out just because it's a new launch, and I think it's going to be really interesting for you guys to kind of hear reviews around before you decide to purchase anything. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!